Alright, for those of you who are struggling with these 3x3 problems, let's go and take a look at this homework here. I'm going to start with number 15. Remember, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to number your equations because it just helps keep you a little more organized. What I'm going to do is I need to choose a variable to get rid of, and 15 is pretty straightforward. I'm going to choose z to get rid of, and that's all you really need to do for the first step of this problem. In order to eliminate z, I'm going to choose equations 1 and 2. So that's x plus y minus z equals negative 1. And then x plus y plus z equals 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate the z's and add downward normally. So I got 2x plus 2y equals 2. And once I get that equation, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of save it and keep it there for a little bit because I'm going to use it in a little bit. For the second set of equations, I want to choose the same variable to eliminate again. So I'm going to get x plus y plus z equals 3. And the reason why I'm going to choose two different equations is because I don't want to end up with the same 2 by 2 here. So again, I chose z to eliminate first, so I'm going to choose z to eliminate again. I use equations 2 and 3 this time. So that's 3x minus 2y minus z equals negative 4. And I'm simply going to just add downward again. So that's going to go away. I get 4x minus y equals negative 1. And now all I've done is I've tried to create two 2 by 2 equations where I can now set up a linear system that will allow me to eliminate another variable. So what I've got is 2x plus 2y equals 2, and then 4x minus y equals negative 1. So now I'm in a situation where I can eliminate something else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to eliminate y by multiplying everything by 2. I've got 8x minus 2y equals negative 2. I'm going to rewrite the top, which is going to be on bottom now. 2x plus 2y equals 2. And these are going to go away. I've got 10x equals 0, and therefore x equals 0. Once I've solved for one of the variables, I have to go back. It's like I've dug a hole and I need to go back up through the layer. So the first layer is one of these 2 by 2. So in order to solve for y, why don't I go ahead and plug 0 into this left side equation here. So what I'm going to get is 2 times 0 plus 2y equals 2. That's going to go away. Y equals 1. Now that I have x and y, I go back to the original and I go ahead and try and solve for z. So what I've got is I'm going to choose equation 2. I've got 0 plus 1 plus z equals 3. That's gone. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. Z equals 2. Okay, that's how you do these problems here. So let's go ahead and erase all this stuff and get started with another one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate z in the third equation. So this really equals negative z equals negative 7x plus 27, which is really z equals 7x minus 27. And that's what this third equation really is. So I can go ahead and just get rid of that. I just reworked it using some algebra. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this value and I'm going to plug it into the z right here. So I get negative 2y equals 3 times 7x minus 27 equals 9. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and distribute that. Oops, and that should not be an equals. That should be plus. I'm going to distribute that. That becomes 21x minus 81 equals 9. And that's negative 2y plus that. I'm going to go ahead and add 81 to both sides to get 21x minus 2y equals 90. So that is what has become of the second equation. All right, that is what has become of the second equation. So let me go and just rewrite all of this. That way we clean it all up. 5x plus 7y equals negative 1. That hasn't changed. 21x minus 2y equals 90. And then I have off to the side here is z equals 7x minus 27. So here, these two equations, I can set something up to be eliminated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each of these by 7, and I'm going to multiply each of these by 2, because what I want is I want to eliminate y by changing it into 14. So what I get for the new top is I get 10x plus 14y equals negative 2. And what I get here is I get a negative 14y equals 630. And I have to figure out what 21 times 7 is. I forgot what that was. That's 147. 147x minus 14y. I'm going to add that downward. This goes away. I get 157x equals 628. And I should find that when I divide x by 157, x is going to equal 4. That's a long process to get x. However, once we have x, we can actually use a two-pronged attack here and solve for y, and then solve for z. So let's go ahead and take care of that at the same time. So z is going to equal 7 times 4 minus 27. This is 28. Z equals 1. Here, I'm going to plug 4 into this. So 4 times 42, that would be 84. Minus 2y equals 90. Scroll down a little bit here. So negative 2y equals, if I subtract 84, I get 6, and then y is going to equal negative 3. So those are my answers, 4, negative 3, 1. All right, that was number 17. Let's go ahead and keep going. And here we have number 19. I'm going to go ahead, and I remember doing this in class. We got some pretty ugly numbers here, but again, the process stays the same. We're going to eliminate a variable. I think I'm going to eliminate b just because I feel like it. For that, I'm going to choose equations 1 and 2. So that would be 5a minus b plus 3c equals 5. The next one's going to be 2a plus 7b minus 2c equals 5 again. And so if I'm going to eliminate b, I'll go ahead and multiply the top by 7. So what I get is 35a minus 7b plus 21c equals 35. Going to eliminate the b's. I get 37a plus 19c equals 40. Okay, it's already looking kind of ugly. Some prime numbers in there. I don't like that. Okay, next set of equations. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate b again, so I'll use equations 1 and 3. So equation 1 is 5a minus b plus 3c equals 5. And then equation 3 is 4a minus 5b minus 7c equals negative 65. Go ahead and eliminate b again. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 5. So what I get is negative 25a plus 5b minus 15c equals negative 25. So those are going to go away. I get negative 21a minus 22c equals 65 plus 25 is 90, and that should be negative. Okay, we've got some pretty ugly numbers here, so let's go ahead and hash this out. 37a plus 19c equals 40, and then negative 21a minus 22c equals negative 90. I'm going to have to just grind this out. Let's go ahead and eliminate c. I'll multiply the top by 22 and the bottom by 19. Let's see what we get. And when all the computation's done, that is what you get. So this is going to go away. You get 814 minus 399. You get 415a, and that's going to equal negative 830. So a should equal negative 2. Wow, that's a lot of work. Okay, let's go ahead and pump this thing back in. I'm going to pump it into the second equation here. So what I get is, if I pump this thing into here, I'm going to get negative 21 times negative 2 minus 22c equals negative 90. Whoops, I'm out of space right there. That should be a 90. Okay, so what I get is 42 minus 22c equals negative 90. I'm going to subtract 42 from both sides. Negative 22c equals negative 132. C is going to equal 6. Now that we've solved for a and c, go ahead and just pump it into one of these equations. I'm going to choose the second one, so that would be 2 A, which is negative 2, plus 7b minus 2 times 6, which is 5. Negative 4 plus 7b minus 12 equals 5. I got 7b minus 16 equals 5. And I think you guys know where this is going. B equals 3. So what we get is negative 2, 3, and 6 as our answers. Okay, I think that does it for a little while. We'll answer some other questions tomorrow. See ya.